I am sure that you know by now that the expression SEX sells has been used for decades to sell all types of merchandise, and it has been used to sell category romances or romance novels. Today, we are going to look at using that expression, SEX sells, to market, to craft, and to gain interest in our romance novels. Hello, this is Elizabeth Griffin, the Black Romance Writer, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, please take a moment and subscribe, hit the notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you will be made aware immediately. And also, share my content with others, leave a thumbs up and a comment. They will all be greatly appreciated. I hope you are enjoying your Valentine's Day, and I hope it is everything that you wanted it to be. And I thank you for taking a small portion of the day and dedicating it to me and to my video. In the field of contemporary mainstream romance writing, SEX is a frequent and accurate statement. However, SEX is only one ingredient in a successful novel in this complex genre, a genre which is expanding and reaching readers who have never before read romance. Because now romances can be found in all types of genre. You can find it in mystery, suspense, action, adventure, paranormal, horror, medical, and legal thrillers. There is a sensuality that is in all of these types of writing. I have to admit that the big draw for me as a young person, and even now, is the underlying SEX component to a romance novel. Yes, I love the original stories. Yes, I love seeing a boy meet girl, fall in love, and have all that craziness in the building of a relationship and the happily ever after. But the emotional side of reading these stories is that I get a sensual connection. I get a sensual rush when I read these stories, when I see how the heroine is being seduced and pursued by the hero, or vice versa, depending on what type of story you're reading. And the sexuality or the SEX component is what sells the story to me. Never become so enthralled with your magnificent plot that you forget the magnificent romance to which you must yield center stage. The magic of a winning combination is teased from a skillful balance among all elements of your novel. Characterization, both protagonists and secondary characters. An unfolding love story, lots of motivation, plot, and subsidiary plots. These are all essential ingredients in writing this particular story because we do want the SEX to sell our novel. Also, keep in mind, layering in numerous explicit or graphic SEX scenes will not overcome shortcomings in the overall richness of the construction of your novel. So, if your story has a lot of shortcomings, if your plot is weak, if your character development is weak, if we are unclear about what is going on in your story, if we don't like your characters, your main characters, layering it with graphic SEX scenes is not going to save your story. You're going to have to invest the time, the energy, and the dedication in crafting a well-constructed story or novel. That means you have to dedicate time and effort and intention in your character development and the particular story that you're telling, the plot, the tension that you have in the story, All of these things, all of these elements are important. If you get these things right, then when you do write your sensual or sexual scenes, they will be powerful. And as the title of this chapter suggests, your sex will sell your novel, in addition to a steamy cover and a sensational pen name that will draw them in. Like an example of a pen name could be Divine Devour. Would you pick up a book that has that author's name on it? Or Lusciously Faithful? Okay, I'm being silly, but you get the idea. A wonderful pen name will draw people in to your novel. A salacious, steamy cover with a wonderful title. These are all things that will draw your reader. And keep in mind while you're developing all of these things that you do want sex to sell your novel because you are writing a steamy, steamy romance. It is also important, and I cannot stress enough, that in order to become a good writer, a great writer, you need to read other people's works. You need to read those best-selling romance novels and find out why they work. Find out why people are flocking to these particular authors and reading everything that they write. Learn from them. Apply what you learn from them. And then develop and create your own style, your own way of storytelling. Stella Cameron's closing thoughts are: sensual contemporary romance is a genre that continues to grow in popularity. If you have a strong individual writing style, a nose for fresh and compelling stories, and a love affair with no-holds-barred romance writing, you may be at the dream destination, the right place at the right time. Erotic romances are extremely popular, and they sell very well. And one genre that is emerging that I find interesting on a personal level, and I'm noticing that a lot of other readers enjoy, is the dark romance. And dark erotic romance seems to be, as I said, extremely popular, and the writers tend to go places that you would not traditionally go, and they touch on certain taboos. They don't get extreme about it, but they take you close to the edge. And quite a few of them even have trigger warnings at the beginning of this story, just to let you know what you're in for, just in case this novel is maybe just a little too dark for you, or perhaps this novel is just what you're looking for, and this particular kink that they are addressing or introducing in this story is something that you enjoy on a personal level. I'm saying reading-wise, not actually participating in. As I have stated, I am Elizabeth Griffin, the Black Romance Writer, and I have a series on Kindle Vella entitled His Dangerous Obsession. And in season 2, I am going to be looking at and exploring the dark romance genre. And my particular characters will be dealing with a mafia dark romance. So let's see where this goes. And I will definitely keep you informed and up to date on my research and how the story is going. Right now, I am outlining season 2 because I want to deliver on a promise that I made in season 1 of His Dangerous Obsession. So that is part of the reason why I am doing this video, because I am looking at using sex to sell this second season. And I am looking at how to market my book. And while doing this research, I am also sharing my findings with you. So for those of you who are readers, avid readers, or writers, let me know how you feel about using sex to sell your product. Do you think it is essential? Do you think it is exploitive? Or do you think that it's just the norm? It's what you do when you're trying to sell a product, a sensual product. So, as always, thank you for joining me on my platform. As I said, I hope you are having a wonderful Valentine's Day, and definitely check out my catalog of ebooks and audiobooks. I'm sure there's something for everyone. And until next time, I'm wishing you love, peace, joy, and happiness. As always, bye-bye.